Good day. I've been having some technical difficulties. As you can see, my shirt is a brick wall. I don't even know how that is on there or how it got on there, but we're gonna move forward. Remember to like and share our page, Bossed Up Academy, on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. We're gonna get started here. Be sure to drop your questions. Remember that due to overwhelming number of questions that I'm answering questions here live when I go live. Good day again. For the people that just tuned in, I am late getting on here because I was having technical difficulties, and as you can see, my shirt is a brick wall. I don't know why it's showing that way. I cannot figure out how to get it off. So if anybody has used StreamYard or is using StreamYard and can tell me how to change my shirt from a brick wall, I will be glad to take your advice and try it. Hey, Cody, and thank you, one and only Graham, for always sharing and supporting my page. It means so much for everybody that's tuning in. Hey, LaMonica. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. A lot of people are late on the bandwagon and saying, "Hey, I miss PPP." Well, of course, I told you, do not talk to me about PPP. Because I told everybody about PPP like almost every day for, I know, at least 6 months of last year, and not including the months that I did it for this year. But if you missed out on PPP, a lot of people are having rumors go around, and they I want to know if PPP is back. Yes, PPP has $76 million that are just lingering there in undispersed funds. But that is why it's critical for you to communicate with your Congress people, your senators, and your House of Representatives, because the new infrastructure bill is trying to take that $76 million away and put it into infrastructure when it was originally for PPP. Now, if that does stay with PPP, how those funds would be dispersed, we don't know. That means that they could disperse it to the people that went off the old formula, which was their net instead of their gross. It could be the people that were approved, but oh, sorry, I don't know why you can't hear me. Let's see. What about now? So it's just a different magnitude of things that could happen. So what I need you to do is to contact your congressmen, your senators, and ask them to keep that where it's supposed to be, and that is intended for small businesses. But as of right now, there is no PPP that is being funded as far as new applications. But some people are trickling in the last couple weeks and did get some PPP funding. So some banks are dropping PPP their funds, but I don't know if any banks that are taking any new applicants. But if you missed out on PPP, this still is not as good as PPP because, PPP was basically free money because it was forgivable. But on EIDL, which is directly through the SBA, they have left the limits from 500,000 to 2 million. So, but the interest rate is 3.75%. It's a fixed rate on 30 years. You won't have your first payment for 18 months, and you can flip the money and be ready to pay it back in 18 months. But they're saying that there's a possibility that some of it could be forgiven in the future, but as of right now, it's not being forgiven. But you can't even charge your credit. Most people's credit card interest rates are higher than 3.75%. Also, they are giving you up to 500,000 with no collateral. Most places are not going to give you a large line of credit or even a loan with no collateral. So that is why I said if you miss PPP, that this is still a good opportunity. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you don't want to get a loan. You don't want to get a loan. If you are going to do the right thing with the money and leverage your business with the money, 3.75 is not a large interest rate. That means that some people are paying going to be paying $70 a month on $10,000. Where can you pay $70 a month on $10,000 with no collateral? I'm gonna get a little bit into, because I know that some people applied and they got their first round of money for EIDL, but then some people want to get the increase. Some people are having difficulties with getting their increase, or if you were denied, you can file a reconsideration. A reconsideration will consist of a letter from you, your 4506T, and any supporting documentation. Thank you, LaMonica. Sorry, I don't know what was going on at IG. But if you want to file for your reconsideration, I highly advise you to do that. Some people, when they're pulling their 4506T, the 4506T is your transcript to say you got your tax return in. Where a lot of people's tax returns are stuck on trucks, stuck in being processed through the IRS, they will take, now I'm understanding that some of the loan officers will take a stamped copy of your taxes. That means that you would have to schedule an appointment at the IRS office, and they go there and they put their stamp on it saying that those taxes were received. Because they were having people were filing EIDL on dead people. There's some fraud going on. So that's why they're getting the 4506T. You as a sole proprietor, remember, you don't have to have an LLC. You can be a sole proprietor and qualify under your Social Security number as well for this loan. So you do not have to have an LLC. Don't listen to people that don't know nothing about nothing. Make sure that when you do your reconsideration, they will have a 4506T that is going to auto-populate. Make sure that the information on it is what was on your tax return. For example, if the 4506T, you gave your business address as, and I'll just give you my business address, 1196 Great Falls Highway, Lancaster, South Carolina, on your application, that 4506T is going to generate that address, 1196 Great Falls Highway. But if you use your PO box on your taxes, they're not going to be able to get your transcript because there is going to be there's going to be an issue with them getting, because the information has to match up. So you want to make sure, because that can be a reason for you to get denied. Some people I've been seeing is saying that their application was withdrawn. And if you didn't withdraw your application, you need to file the reconsideration. The letter is saying that you should do it within 6 months of your denial. A lot of people didn't understand that. I would go in and file the reconsideration if it's been 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. I would file the reconsideration because you have nothing to lose at this point. Okay, now I got a question. Are we going to have to file this on our taxes? You need to talk to your accountant as to how you should document your PPP and once it's forgiven, depending on if you got it in 2020 or if you got it in 2021. So I think that is beyond my realm of expertise, but very good question. But I would direct that to your tax preparer. They are not going to charge federal taxes on the PPP money, but your state, depending on what state you in, your state could tax you on the fund. So you need to check with your Department of Revenue or check with your accountant would be the best person to ask that question. Also, if you have been stuck in reconsideration for a period of time, after this live, I'm going to drop a link to a power of a authorization form. This authorization form has been working for people to get their senator involved, and you can and this is going to be a senator for our area, the upstate of South Carolina. But I'm gonna drop the form. Even if this person is not representing you, you need to go to senate.gov, house.gov, and type in your address, type in your zip code, and request this authorization form from your representative. Fill out the authorization form, send it back to their office, and they will get an answer from SBA for you. And they said this form has been cutting down people's time 50% on the wait time. So you want to utilize your senators and your House of Representatives, all of your congressmen, in order to get your money. Also, if you go into your portal and it keeps saying error, keep doing it until it accepts your application to say it's received. There is a glitch in the system that will show an error, but you just have to keep working with it. Make sure that it may be your Wi-Fi, so you may need to get on a direct connection rather than just maybe using your cell phone or something like that. So you may want to check your internet connection, but in some cases, you're going to have to just keep trying it until it accepts it, okay? I would encourage you to get this loan. Like I said, it's no collateral for most people unless you get into that over $500,000. And then if you got a home-based business, you can use your house as if that's a part of it, as some of your collateral if you're going to get into over the 500,000, because they said they are going to be looking for real estate once you get over the 500,000. But if you stay under that, you personal guarantee is fine. And this is not going to show up on your personal credit report unless you're a sole proprietor. And like I said, 3.75%, and you don't know if this loan will get forgiven. File your reconsideration, even if you're not sure, you're already at no. Make sure that you utilize your senators, your House of Reps, to help you with your reconsideration. I'm going to drop the form that you need to get from your senator, your House of Rep, so that way you'll know what it looks like. Complete the form, send it back to their office, and they will expedite the form on your behalf. So I encourage you to do it. And don't listen to people who know nothing about nothing. And that's why a lot of people missed out on PPP. But forgiveness is going on. You got 10 months before your first payment is due on PPP. and it's a 1% interest rate. But people are asking, when should they do their forgiveness? You have to have exhausted all the funds, and I would do it before the first payment is due, because why do you want to make a payment on something that you can have forgiven, totally forgiven? You can go through the lender who issue your funds. Just know that if it's Blue Acorn was not your lender. You might want to go to that PPP list or look on your contract that you signed prior to getting your funds, and it's going to have your lender's name at the top of that that loan. That's who you need to reach out to get your forgiveness. If they are not taking applications like Cabbage, some people are having difficulty with them because Cabbage kind of went out. So some people are having difficulty with reaching them or being able to do their forgiveness. You can go directly through the SBA, and the SBA has a portal on their site, and they will get in touch with the lender and coordinate your forgiveness. So you can do it through the SBA, or you can do it directly through your lender. But I'm encouraging everybody today to apply for EIDL. And if you already got EIDL, I would encourage you to apply for your increase, because this is the easiest way to get money without jumping through a bunch of financial hoops in order to leverage your business. If you're really serious about staying in business and being able to take your business to the next level, because they will give you up to 24 months of working capital. Up to 24 months of working capital. Working capital for 24 months is 2 years. So if you are able to kill your overhead for 2 years, you should be able to turn this pandemic into a pandemic. Have a great day.